What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. And oh my gosh, I just finished watching Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King. Oh my gosh. So, this is going to be my first thoughts on it. I'm going to try not to spoil it too much. I'm gonna do a more in-depth review. I probably will see it a couple more times, but the number one thing, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and notification bells on so you'll miss when I drop a new video. I do Black Clover manga chapter reviews and amongst other things. But okay, for one, was it worth the wait? 100% yes. It was 100% worth the wait. This movie was so freaking dope. The power, like the layers, I'm so glad that when you see the battles, especially with the way everyone was kind of broken off in individual fights and everything like that. Yo, the joint was freaking dope. Oh my goodness. So, man, I want to say that just kind of going through the layers, I like the way that they did the introduction, who Conrad was, his connection with Julius, Yami, uh, Nozel, Fergolia, like all of them, connection as far as with the Gray Deer. That was really, really dope. There's some really dope surprises, like a certain character that just was in there all chill. I was just all like, oh snap. There was rumors of this character being in it, and I was curious in what type of way. So the way that they did this was cool. As far as bringing this particular character in, I was all like, okay, okay, that was freaking cool. The animation was amazing. The fights was amazing. Each character has some really cool stuff. There was some matchups and as far as like collaborations and combos that I was not expecting. It was so freaking dope. So again, there's not gonna be like no crazy like spoilers or anything like that, but there are gonna be like some as far as to describe, not in the context of what's going on. But yo, there is a freaking combo spell that Yavi does. Oh my goodness. That was so freaking dope. If y'all know, you know, put it in the comment section. That was so freaking dope. What was another? There was so many dope parts. Marileona in her fight. Oh my goodness, that was dope. And the interaction between who she was fighting, whoo, that was freaking cool. What Asta had so many baseball, and we got to see a particular uh so there's several things with Asta that I thought was very, very interesting. One was his one was a similarity between Conrad and Asta. Like even in certain things that they say, which I thought was interesting, and I was all like, could it be that Conrad is Asta's father? No, no, it's not. And they made it very clear by the end of the movie that that wasn't even possible. Um, what else? What else? And plus, this takes place as far as 10 years from what the current plot line is. And so Asta was already born. And yeah, when you see the movie, you'll understand why. Because before seeing the movie and even aspects of the movie, I was all like, could it be? Because I'm just all like, why is there certain like similarities, And but that's just the similarities are more so because if you looked at the anime and different things like that, there are certain characters that say some of the same things, and it doesn't mean that they're related. Like it did the same thing with Naruto. Certain characters, wanted the same aspirations like Naruto, and that was a way for the people that was interacting with Naruto to draw parallels to someone that they know, that had the same like ideals and different things like that. So that was there. um what was the other thing? So there's we get a glimpse of something, particular form that we get to see later. Well, if you've seen the anime, then So I think we get a preview of of when Asta contracted, as far as, well, not contracted, but when Asta first, traded his arm. So we got to see a little bit of that form for a little, I wouldn't say a little longer compared to like the episode. Yeah, he's in that a little bit longer. And I thought that that was interesting because his arm went back. Now, of course, he did that without the consent, like they did, in the anime. They were able, well, Asta made a deal, so he was able to access that before without having to make a deal, as far as within this movie. So in the anime, you know, when going against Dante, he was able to make that deal with Libe. So that was one of the things. So we got to see that in the movie. Now I think that the other form, which I will put on here, that may be something that we see in the future with the manga. Possibly. With every, like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be, because there's been theories of the Angel Asta theory and everything like that. So that was really cool. Had some dope moments. You definitely gotta give it up to There was Noel. Noel had dope moment. It was interesting because it was just all like, dang, like, what is she gonna like? When the certain thing happened in the movie, it's just all like, oh, well, you mean Noel's not gonna be doing nothing like the whole week? But nah, she came back with a mother flipping banger, you know. Oh man, there's so many dope parts. And the movie was just overall amazing. The length, it didn't even feel like almost 2 hours for real, because everything that was going on, getting to see glimpses of the other Wizard Kings' lives as far as prior, and seeing them fight, like, man, they were powerful. But it was interesting because I was thinking of Conrad's magic, and spoiler, as far as like if you haven't read the manga and you're just anime only. But for my manga watchers, since that's what I have on my channel, um there was some similarities between Conrad's magic, like the concept, and what he was able to do as far as like reviving people. I thought that that was interesting. It was almost like going back to Naruto. Um, it was almost like the way that they were able to bring back people, as far as with the forbidden jutsu, the reanimation. It was almost like that, because if I'm not mistaken, the way that they were showing it in the movie, when he was like bringing back the other Wizard Kings, if I'm not mistaken, one, like, he put his sword into a person who wasn't a Wizard King, and like the Wizard King, like, that he revived, took over that person. So just like the reanimation when we seen Kabito or whatever, and he would take, as far as random soldiers, random people, and they would be reanimated as the person he was bringing back. So that was interesting. And who do we know with soul magic and everything like Lucius? So I think that they were showing almost like how they may beat Lucius. Like I feel like this is almost a glimpse of what we're going to see as far as in the final battles of the manga. So this makes me think of like a bunch of different things, and I'm gonna look at that in the recent, chapter, because I dropped the leaks. I need to do a review, but overall, this movie was dope. I'm just so hyped that I can't even think of anything wrong. Like I'm just sitting up there like, is there this video ain't about anything that was wrong. I can't even think of it right now. I literally just finished watching it. So there's so many things like I want to say, but I'm gonna do a different review that will include spoilers, kind of give it a, couple of days or whatever. But if you have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Was it worth the wait? Anyways, it's Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction, back at it with another review. Go see the movie. It is fire. Like, subscribe, notification bells on. Peace.
Being ready for the return to fall. Maybe I should be asleep, but these full moon vibes got me in the deep. Emotional roller coaster strapped in my seat, ready for a trip to find what I seek. Passing through the galaxy into my office, translating thoughts into deep science. Got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the solo, it's a boss. At the heart of my winter,